entrepreneur has to take a lot of risk as well. Like myself, I speak against power. If you read my books, I mean, I tell the truth, how I feel it, how I see it, how I observe it, how I experience it. I don't think about the consequences. For example, I'm finishing a book with Noam Chomsky. I'm finishing a book with Noam Chomsky. People who know me, friends and family members, they say, why don't you get tenure before you write the book with Chomsky? Chomsky, as you know, as you should know, as you should have known, is one of the most dissident intellectuals, most respected intellectual in the world. He's a worldwide intellectual.
What's he write about?
Noam Chomsky is mostly known for linguistics. He's the one who came up with the theory, nativist theory. Nativist theory. I'd say, but I don't know if you're able to read this. But anyway, he was the one who challenged behaviorism, you know. And of course, his theory has been challenged as well, because then people believe that it's too structuralist, it's too deterministic. But what has made Chomsky known as it is now, is the fact that he took the risk challenging U.S. imperialism. You see, he has spoken against the U.S. imperialism. He has spoken against abuse of human rights, and the most candid, honest way, I would say. I could be biased because I admire Chomsky's work. So I'm finishing a book with him, on him and with him, and people have been telling me why you want to take the risk. You're doing so well. You have published quite a bit, and your teaching advisor has been great, excellent. Why do you want to take that risk? Why do you want to deny tenure? I said, I'm not worried about being denied tenure. What I'm worried about is not telling the truth. That's my concern. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about not being denied tenure. What I'm worried about is not telling the truth. So that's my worry. I'm not worried about what people are going to think, how they're going to take the book. I honestly don't care. What I'm worried about is not telling the truth, the way I see it, the way I experience it, the way I live it. And that's what people need to do, or whatever you're doing. That's what people should be doing. Whether you're writing a paper, be honest about what you're writing about. If you're teaching, be honest about what you're teaching. If you are a father, a mother, be honest about your role as a father, as a mother, as a partner. Be honest. And that's what I'm trying to do with my work. I'll be honest as much as I can. And regardless of the consequences. I mean, if I'm denied tenure here, I got to do somewhere else.
If nothing else, you have to answer to Asha. She'll see any contradiction you live.
Well, if she listens to me, she would be she would see it, but she can make her own decisions. She can be the opposite of who I am. Yeah. And I still love her.
My daughter nailed me on every contradiction in my life.
Absolutely. Anyway, that was my 15 minutes presentation.
You said you're writing a book with him?
On and with.
Oh.
The reason I want to say with him because it's a book
on him and then
on Chomsky and with Chomsky. And let me break it down briefly. I really want to get off the floor. It's a book where I talk about the influence that Chomsky has had on people, on the academic, both the academic and political world. But at the same time, he will have some chapters in the book. He has a chapter, and then there are some interviews that I did with him that I have done over the last 8 years. So those interviews will be included in the book. And in some chapters I'll talk about his influence, about his work, mostly his political work. Then I will have some chapters myself where I talk about some of the issues that he and I addressed through our dialogue. That's why it's called With Noam Chomsky, on and with Noam Chomsky, because it's not like 50% type of book. I have more contributions. I will be contributing more chapters to the book. Therefore, it won't be fair to me to say that this is a book with Chomsky because he hasn't contributed much in terms of
But you're with him.
Yeah. I'm cool with that. I mean, I feel privileged to be given the opportunity to write on and with him. And he welcomed the idea. He's been very supportive. So I'm excited.
What's the title? Do you know?
Yes, wow.
I don't know the title. It's called. It's called On Language. It should be out late, sometime in October, November. On Language, Democracy, and Social Justice. Social Justice, check it out guys when it comes out. And then the subtitle is Noam Chomsky Noam Chomsky's critical intervention. So that's the intervention. So that's the subtitle. So that's been said. So it should be out. I should be able to submit the manuscript this week to the publisher. So it should be out October, November. Okay, so that's that. Any question about what I just talked about before Ahmed and Ruben take over?
No, I would just recommend them if you want to know about Chomsky and you don't know, you can read the 10 strategies that he wrote about the media manipulation.
I'll just Google it. Just Google it. YouTube
Yeah,
it.
you can find it. But those 10 points are really good.
Yeah.
Lenny is excited over here. She's like, oh my God, I'm gonna buy it.
And that's gonna be a good one too.
Will you be the principal author on that?
I will be the first author. Yeah, we'll be like this. Okay, so any questions about this?
It's the blue, that's the title.
Noam Chomsky.
Oh, Noam Chomsky's critical intervention.
Any questions? Huh?
I can read your writing.
Yeah, I can. Oh, you must have good vision. I'm horrible. And I told you the story, right? I used to be left-handed.
Yeah.
So that messed up my writing. Any questions?
That's good writing, actually.
Were you forced to be right-handed
Yeah,
in
I
your
was.
school system?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Thank God they
But I
got all of
can
that.
do many things. Except writing. I can, but it's not. Anyway, any questions before we move on? Okay, so they're gonna leave the presentation for maybe like 45 minutes, more or less.
Okay, should we have a break first or after?
Yeah, we're gonna have a break now. And then,
Okay. There's goodies in the back of people.
yeah, it's 5:37. So.